Hello, everybody. I hope y'all doing wonderful. I'm doing great myself. I cannot complain. I am exhausted. I can't wait till this holiday is over. Like, I can't. I hope y'all doing great. I am going to start my thumbnail vlog was live in like 2 minutes. So I'm gonna just see if anybody comes in. I'm gonna just let it roll out because y'all, I can't. Um, I just got to get warmed up mentally before I start it. And it's gonna be it's gonna be a fun live, but not a long live because I got to go to work actually. So anyway, I hope and pray everybody is well. But y'all, I always have like a crazy story to tell y'all. So anybody that's new, I have three children. I have their each of them are 6 years apart, but the baby and my oldest is literally 14 years apart. So um and he's like learning, like he's my I won't call him nonverbal because he is starting to say certain things or starting to try to communicate. So he is right. So right now we're just taking him to therapy, and so one day I noticed one of his sippy cups has a heavy flow. Like you turn it over, it's heavy flow. So I said, okay, I'm gonna just throw it away. Hey, I missed you and I love your videos, by the way. Um, but it's heavy flow. So he saw me with it in his hand, and he actually saw me, trying to throw it away. And I said, okay, he started screaming like I was murdering him, but it was just a sippy cup. So I said, no, you got a new sippy cup. And he didn't like that sippy cup. He still have a similar sippy cup, but it was just a sippy cup. So So he waited. He took the sippy cup and he waited by the trash can, and just for me to have eye contact with him is just to have like eye contact. Something's what's going on with my Wi-Fi? Okay, I see my little Wi-Fi, but I got a full bar, and y'all, I just can't do it. So if I'm in and out, I'm very sorry. But basically, I'm trying to tell you a story about my son. So he gave me eye contact after I just threw his sippy cup away, his old one away, and gave him a new one. He waited. He stood by the trash can and waited for me to give him eye contact because I already seen him by the trash can after I gave him the cup, and he waited for me to have eye contact just for him to throw it in the trash. Like, and I was like, really, dude? Really? But y'all, I've been over my 2 minutes, so let's jump into this thumbnail and we're here for a good time. So my first part of my thumbnail is I want to talk about Master P and his son. And Master P's son just went off on a deep end and just tried to expose his dad, like basically saying, hey, you're not giving us anything. I asked for stuff and you're never there for us, basically. And basically Master P is saying, hey, that post I wrote about somebody else, and I don't want to really talk about this person because one, I don't know him. I don't know Master P either. But I don't know the circumstances. Um, but basically I guess he was looking at his son. His son was looking at the post and felt some type of way. And I wanted to say this. And Master P basically said, everybody loves you when you give them something. And when you tell them a way to go, they don't want to listen. They're grown. Have that same energy when your parents are not here to hold our hands. And I have to get used to what I'm talking about right now because my parents always been there. But not all parents are able to do that. Now my parents can't just write me my whole rent out in a month. They can't pay my rent every month. They can't even, not saying they couldn't or they wouldn't. It just don't make any sense. We're not, our parents are not here for us to still get allowance, for us to still feel good. And I felt like when Master P was telling us about him and his son, I felt like, darn, we really take our parents for granted. Our parents are not here for a good time and they're here to just to make us feel great. No, we're supposed to have learned something in that process as a child before they let us off in the world. And now we didn't learn nothing, that's on us when we get out there. But I have to when I was reading it, I was remembering my uncle. Um, if y'all on my channel, I talk about my Uncle Lester all the time. He passed away a couple of years ago. And one thing I learned about him was he never wanted to give any of his children, his nieces and nephews. Well, I'll just say this: his nieces got like majority of everything we wanted, but he never wanted to give the nephew just a free ride. He wanted them to learn how to work for it and go out and get it. He taught any of his nephews and his sons a trade of plumbing, doing the cars, fixing up houses. He taught them that so they could go out in this world and make a trade. Even if they wanted to do a 9 to 5, whatever, go to school, they at least have that knowledge that nobody can take away from them. And that's what he tried to instill in these kids. Now, some of them was hard headed and they didn't do it and they thought he was mean, but it was like a certain love that you wish we still had. I wish I could still talk to him. He probably would not allow me to fix a tire or anything like that, but it would have been nice for me to remember me as a little girl, being bored out of my mind, seeing him layer bricks for somebody's house or just learning basic plumbing. Like, I wish I just sat there and watched, even though it was gross, but I just really appreciated the time that I saw him shake and move. And I think Romeo, and this is just my personal opinion, Romeo, it's time for you to shake and move. Like, what are you doing? Your dad basically built an empire. And not saying that it might be still popular. I mean, I remember Master P used to have movies and music and clothes. Did he have clothes? I'm not for sure. But I just remember that Master P really had an empire that his kids could take off. But sometimes our children get so struck in the time that we can't see tomorrow. And I think that's probably what happened to Romeo. Romeo kind of got stuck. He was in the midst of trying to outbeat, like, oh, what's his name? Bow Wow. Now we gotta look at Bow Wow for a moment. Bow Wow is a crazy. Hey, Bow Wow basically, Bow Wow basically just is out there because everybody gave him everything. He didn't have to earn anything. And we see it. And, as children, as adults, children, I don't know how many of us that's going to listen have children or still have parents and you're adult now. It's nice to listen to them. And it's nice to not just to ask. Sometimes our parents just want us to ask if they're okay. They worry about us so much. Are you okay? Have you ate? And y'all, I'm a bad daughter. I did forget, and I didn't forget that yesterday was my mom's birthday. So I wanted to say, I know she probably looking at it later, but happy birthday, Mom. So yeah, I did not. Well, Romeo, I would say for him to be where he is at, you still shouldn't be relying on your parents. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, grieving part, but it was more like, Master P basically showed it like his son was being ungrateful. Whatever he was trying to give to his son, it wasn't good enough. So I don't know if it was money or advice. It was just, it was sad to think, that you'll blast your dad on social media. So now we're going to our second part of my thumbnail. Jazz and Mom Dukes. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie to you. I still think it's a skit. Not like a skit, like they rehearsed it or anything. I think Chris already left. That's just me. I personally think Chris already left. Now, we know that she was sitting there waiting for him to pick up the phone and get pick up the children. But I mentally think that he left already. Like, he's not living there. And I think this is a way that Jazz can ease the abstinence of Chris, such as my mom don't like him. A lot of y'all don't like him, so he's not coming on the camera anymore. But he's actually not there. Another thing is, I probably thought that Jazz probably did not get what she wanted from her mom. And Chris basically forced Jazz's hand, like a crackhead move. I personally think it was a crackhead move. Let me drop off your kids, and you ask your mom for $20 or $30, and that's what I feel like. For people, this not for people, but for the texting and what she wrote and what we seen in Mom Duke's vlogs, it seemed like, because I'm like, why Jazz didn't just make a full video of the kids decorating their mom's house and also bringing cookies and snacks for the kids, or Mom Dukes, why you didn't have that? Because I've been a very cute video of my kids invading my mom's tree. I would assume that you've been on this YouTube streets for 100 years, that you could said, hey, this is a very great video opportunity. But it seemed like it was more to it. And Jazz just seemed like she's been in the blues. Like, she's been up and down. And I feel bad for her sometimes. Like, I really do. I feel bad because it's more to life than being in your feelings. Now, if our parents don't like something, that's their right. If our parents say something, that's their right. And Jazz have this, you have to go with the flow because I like the flow. I only like going with the flow. And it's like, why are you getting mad at your mama using whatever she's using to express her feelings? You don't control that. And Jazz can't control her mother. Jazz can't control anything. And that made her have this weird ass meltdown. Now, I must say, some of y'all are Chrissy lovers, and hey, that's you. I just didn't understand why Chrissy was in the mix of it. Yeah, and Chrissy mom did not come out and say this BIC knew that she was going to get kicked out and left me in the house with all 9 of 8 of her children. She did not. Yeah, she did not. So Chrissy, because I'll be honest with you, if you was in Texas, Houston, and you knew the day of that you was going to get evicted, and you had me sitting out here twiddling my thumbs, having a good time watching my TV, I get a sheriff call telling me I got 15 minutes to leave. You don't have anything to do with this. And I must say, your mom is a good one. Because I believe it or not, my mother would probably told me, get your A over here and get your A back here now. And your mom didn't. You spent a whole weekend in Houston while your kids was trying to figure it out. So you have nothing to say in that way. That's how I feel. Chrissy has nothing to say about this situation with Jazz. And that's just my personal opinion. Because you did leave your mom in Vegas with your 8 children getting evicted, knowing that you was getting evicted because you told the people that the lady didn't take your payment. Did you tell your mom so she could have been ready? Because you basically said they only have 15 minutes to gather whatever they can and leave the premises. You have nothing to say about that mom and daughter thing. Absolutely not. You in the wall of shame. That's just me. I won't poke my nose at nothing that I know I have something worse. Jazz, you have no control over your mother. But I'm going to say this, Jazz. You did allow Philip to cuss your mom out. And he was so proud of telling us the story in your video. You said, my mom and Philip, they can't stand each other. He said, yep, that's right. I called her a fat bee. That's what your man that you made you had 4 kids with, was so proud to say he called your mama a fat bee. Do we think anything extra should come out of her and Chris? No. I'm not shocked. But Jazz, I'm going to say this. If you do stay, go ahead and get you a 9 to 5. Because there's no reason why you talk to your mother like that you need her to do anything for you. And I mean anything. That means, Mom, you should have a job that you have everything you need. Go ahead and get your insurance. Go ahead and get you whatever you need. Go get your 9 to 5. Because there's no way that you need to be calling your mom for anything. All right? Go ahead and get used to doing stuff yourself. That means no calling your mom for anything, Jazz. That means if you need a house, don't call your mother. Don't say, Mom, I need. Nope. Get ahead and get used to doing it yourself. And that means when the gifts is not to talk over. You and your mom should not be talking over a gift. You know who needs to be talking to your mom about a gift is your children. Yeah. So don't be like, Mom, he wears a size 6. No. No. Because your mom's gift is your mother's gift, not to benefit you. Go ahead and get used to that. Get a journal. Go ahead and get you a journal, Jazz. Yeah. Start writing all your woos that you share with your mother and share with that paper, because she should not be your social support anymore. How you disrespected your mother, you need to go ahead and take notes. It's okay. I promise you, you'll be 100% okay. Go ahead and get yourself a helmet. Because if he's going up inside, up and down, around and about and in and out on your head, go ahead and get your helmet. Mm-hmm. Because you know what? Sometimes some people don't lie. There's too many stories about this man's anger. We can see it by the refrigerator. We can see it with your bathroom door at that apartment. Oh, don't forget the famous tripod. We never found out what really happened to Aiden's eye when he was up with him all night. Yeah. Go ahead and get your helmet. By the way, if you get your helmet, go ahead and get you some life insurance, because there's so many women wish they had a mother that says, hey, don't do that. Get rid of him. There's so many women that's in a grave, in a plot right now. Your man's penis is not that great. And how you walking around here looking the way you do, it's not great. Somebody wish they paid attention to their mother and their signs and wonders. Somebody right now, probably their mom was so overbearing, but she was in the right intentions. She caught up with the wrong dude. And so you can stop doing the funmies. Go ahead, because if you need a life insurance policy for yourself, you might as well go ahead and start you a will and a trust for your children. Don't put your mom on it, because you're grown enough to tell your mom to get the F this and this and F this. Go ahead and just take care of your stuff in order. Mom Dukes, I don't want to hear you say I did this for dads. I know you probably will, because we're naturally mothers. And I say we as Mom Dukes and me is because I'm a mother. And no matter how mad I get with my children, it is what it is. See, Mom Dukes, you got caught up with social media so bad, and it doesn't even make any sense. Jazz should not been your topic, and Chris should never been your topic, because it didn't make any sense to bringing it up. I hate to see mothers and daughters fight over a man, and it happens. It happens, but it's how we handle it. Jazz, you are a sucker. And you're going to find your day somewhere wishing that you knew how to do basic stuff. And Mom Juice, I feel like you probably wasn't the best mother in Jazz's life. Hey, love. I personally believe you wasn't the best mother, and it's okay. I'm growing to be an okay mother. Not the best mother. I'm growing to be a okay mother. And what starts this is get off social media. Jazz, what is your daughters doing while you sitting here fighting with your mother on social media? I know you have a 10-year-old. Is she talking to a 20-year-old man? And I also want to say this. Is that the reason why CPS is coming up to this kid's school asking them questions? Did you and Chris get in a fight and the cops got called? I said that, when CPS when, a domestic or something gets reported, that goes to the schools. Because it sounds like there's a domestic and mom has some hardcore evidence, you want to clean it up. See, that's the reason why you don't play in people's situations. Makes sense to me now. Talking about subscribers calling the school. Well, what happened to the fact that your mom was going to go half with that lawyer now? Now I'm starting to open up a lot of worms. You and your mom was going to go half on a lawyer to find out who's behind these CPS's calls. Am I correct? Like, she did say that. Now, what are you going to do when you can't get that other half? Chris going to go half with you, do? I'm trying to figure it out. It's interesting. You said, me and my mom we're going to get a lawyer and we're going to get the bottom of these. Well, the bottom is already at the house. CPS probably was called because something happened at that house. And your kids probably somewhat told a different story. And somebody told the truth. Hold on, let me read Love Stuff. I knew it was something had to do with hips, that CPS case. Yep. She tried to blame the reactors all she wants. The truth will always. And that's what I was thinking too, because normally if it was certain secrets and quietness that took place, because I always know CPS is any DB, CPS is coming to the school. They might not go to daycares, but they definitely come to the schools. I know that. But it's crazy. You was doing all this major talk about you and your mom and my mom. I went to my mom's house. That's the reason why you had to rush to go to your mom's house, to make sure what she said and how she said it. Oh, and it's convenient. Did you forget what your mom just did for you last week or 2 weeks or whatever it happened? Why is Chris using your car to drop you off? Y'all not that damn lovey-dovey. Is it he drops you off because Mom Dukes let him know that he's not wanted in her house? And to pay you back, you're going to have to wait. But I really think that, Jazz, you was texting him and he said, hey, did you get that $30 to ask your mom? She said she didn't have it. Well, make her fork it up. That gave me some crackhead moves. And I'm not even going to lie to you. Let me find out your man is making you go to your mother, because Chris is that type of guy that knows other people's payday instead of his own damn payday. So your mama looked like she got paid that Friday and you went over there on that Saturday, Kiki, and hey, mommy, doo-doo. Because it looked odd that you did not have your camera to record content. It looked obvious to me. I don't understand why you didn't have that camera propped and you being more hands-on with the vlogging. Unless you was begging. Was you begging? And Mom Duke said, I don't have it. She probably told you, hey, I don't have it because I got to go Christmas shopping. Because there's no reason why this man had that much control over this situation. Now, if he didn't have no vehicle, he could have waited until you got back home from doing whatever you was doing with your mama. But he needed that transaction. He needed to have that control of that transaction at the end of the day. And that's what makes me fear Mom Dukes more than anything. Jazz, don't go and hurt your mother. And another thing, Toy, why do you not have milk? Not. Did you needed to go to Mom Zoot's house for food? That whole transaction didn't even make any sense. Even if he had the vehicle or if she needed milk, that transaction did not even make any sense. Did you need it, your mama to know that you didn't have something? And that's what I'm saying. Mom Dukes did say that in a post. And then she had made, we all be grubbing. So Chris probably said, hey, your mama's payday today. She just said she's going to take y'all to Chili's, but instead of her taking y'all to Chili's, I need that $30. Because Jazz seemed like the type that she does it a lot. I don't need my mama to pay none of my bills. You sure don't, but you didn't need your mama to co-sign for a house. It's not what you need today, it's what you have needed before that matters. Jazz, you can never get another mother back. And all these ladies that come on your channel that's older than you, they look at you like you're stupid. That's the real truth, my Jazzy life. People look at you like you're stupid. You should hear those people that's mothers, daughters, sitting there trying to reason with Jazz and Chris' relationship. Jazz, you realize Christmas is next Sunday? And on that registry that it looked like it should be a mom and dad's shopping list for their kids, it's only 6 things that's bought. And I don't know who the hell bought a $75 lip kit for a kid, but okay. 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 You don't have no clothes for the older kids, no pants, no 2-piece suits. You don't have nothing, no socks, no undershirts. And then you have the audacity to say, well, I bought all my stuff from Amazon by myself. Well, girl, you should have bought some of that other stuff on Amazon as well. It's disgusting that y'all don't have anything for those kids. And I really believe that Mom Dukes is taking care of some of that biggest portion of Christmas for y'all. You got 6 items off your registry. And these people in your chat was trying to downplay Mom Dukes. Where is all those people's presence? Oh, it don't make any sense. Your kids only have to share a present. Oh, they got to share that hat? Oh, we got to share this hat, y'all. It don't even make any sense. I remember one year your mom bought both of your children's toys. And you kept saying, I'm going to buy this. I was going to buy this. I was going to buy this. And what did you do? You bought the bare minimum because your mom took care of it. Now, I'm going to tell y'all a quick story. I'm going to get off. My parents They love to buy the main gift. Sometimes I'm like, no, that's my gift. That's my child. But meanwhile, my mother and my father, they love to buy the main gift because they feel like they're the real Santa Claus, I guess. But they buy the main gift. You know, if my son wants a Lucy X46, I don't know if that's a real thing, but they will hunt down a Lucy 46 for him. And then on top of that, they will still stamp it Chris gift by mom. The best parents I could never ask for. And I have to fight with them sometimes because my mom will basically my mom will get my list and she'll ask them for stuff for Christmas and she'll buy it out. Not because she's wanting to be over top of, the situation. She just liked to see it. She still missed buying gifts. And we really don't want anything, me and my brother. And that's the special bond we have. I don't think I have to call my mom. And y'all, I get teary-eyed because one time I let it in on my mom. I did. And it just hurt my heart so bad. I still get teary-eyed because I can't believe I did it. And I felt bad. I still feel bad, even though me and my mom is water under the bridge. I told one lady I was going to do something. My mom said, well, you don't need to do that. And I said, I stand by my word. And I basically said, I do what I say, and I need to do this, no matter how she felt or whatever. And she still let it go. And I found out later that it wasn't meant for good intentions for what I got from the other lady. And I felt so bad. And I promised myself there would be never another person that comes between me and my mother. Jazz, when Philip cussed your mama out, you should felt some type of disgusting guilt that you allowed that to happen. But you didn't. You kept having one baby after another. Yeah, I kept having one baby after another. And your mom was there when his ass was in jail. Your mom gave up her home so you can have a filth bag. What you made her home filthy. And I don't know if y'all ever seen those videos. Jazz had the room piled up with shit. But your mom kept moving. She got you a bigger place. Y'all got a 2-bedroom apartment. Your mom did that. We didn't do it. Your subscribers didn't do it. Your mom did that. Chris didn't do it. When we wanted a bigger place, your mom helped you. Your mom, she tuffled, she dragged her feet, and she made it happen. If I'm not mistaken, I think your mom probably took multiple jobs just so she could help you. For you to get on here and cuss your mom out, I hope she don't leave no time soon before you can get a chance to apologize. Because I hope you sleep and you think this event every night. And you have the audacity to say, I'm the one that needs the apology? For what? You choose the man of your mother. You let him talk to her like that. And I don't know the depths of the talk. So we're not going to sit here and pretend like I know everything, because I don't. But Jazz, you got more learning to learn. Yep, you're right. Jazz, you got life to learn. And you ain't going to learn it beyond the Chris. And you're not going to learn it downplaying your mother, your daddy. You're going to have to learn. So I hope this is Cheryl's real talk of letting Jazz grow up, being her own woman. But Jazz, I gave you a couple of items to start doing, because there's no way that you still need to call on your mama for anything. But y'all have a good evening. Hold on. And it's too late. And Planet, it's too late. Be honest with you, it's too late. The damage is done. You can't apologize for something you intentionally wanted to do anyway. You wanted to make this situation clean for Chris, and you wanted Mom Dukes to look like the bad guy. Or it could be a skit, because Chris is really gone and they just need a way to help. They just need a way to help to get A to B, to make it don't look so bad on her side, on her channel. You intentionally put on a video, go live to discuss Chrissy and your mama. And I feel like, Chrissy should not have been in that situation, because you left your mama in Vegas knowing that you was getting evicted, y'all. I just can't shake that. I know some of y'all think it's water on the bridge, but no, Chrissy, you still in the doghouse for that. But y'all have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to y'all sometime later. So thank y'all. Love y'all. Thank you. Bye.